Golden Lotus is a modern-day adaptation of the classic Chinese novel Jinping Mei. It was originally published in 1610, but it's been banned in China since 1687, where it's considered a work of pornography. When I first read the novel, I was struck by the story's timelessness. It had such a universal appeal, and its characters just so reeked of flesh and blood. You can see them, hear them, smell them. They just popped out of the page. It was a story that was crying out to be musicalized.
This is the very first time I see such a musical. You know, this is a Chinese story, but told in a very, very Western way. So it's kind of like we combine two things together. So the first thing, Chinese traditional story, and the second thing, Western style music.
The music is an exciting fusion of pop rock and Chinese harmonies and instrumentation. It's a very, very unique sound, and one in which we worked very hard to create.
We have pop music, we have traditional Chinese music, and those things just combine together.
History, destiny, history, destiny.
I was very excited when George played the music of the musical for me the first time. It is very fresh, contemporary, and the story is unpredictable because George wrote it in different angles from the original stories, and I think it is very thrilling.
George has his own interpretation, and definitely he changed a lot of the scenes to make it like more beautiful, to make it like more fascinating. Well, for me, it's marvelous, it's brilliant.
It is a really fun project for me because the songs are not traditional Chinese songs, and which means there are many possibilities at the styles of the designs.
I play the role of Golden Lotus. She is a woman who was trapped in an unhappy marriage, and she was longing for a way out. But she was born in a time and place where women were not allowed to choose their own path. This story is about her struggle to rise above the circumstances that oppress her.
Whispers all around, footsteps on the ground, tables creak, the shutters squeak. I hear him in every sound. It's been less than a day, and I miss him.
I played the character of Wu Song. He is a humble guy of meager means with all his worldly possessions in a small sack, which he carries with him from town to town. But one day he comes face to face with a man-eating tiger and kills it with his bare hands. That changes his life as the whole town of Qingho embraces him as their hero. One day, Wu Song's life changes again when he stumbles upon his long-lost brother, Wu Da, because it is through Wu Da that he meets Golden Lotus.
His one smile calms all my fears.
The song she sings linger in my ears.
He remembers the things I say.
We can talk all night and day.
I play the role of Ximen. He is a rich and powerful businessman. His life centers around his conquest of women. He has lots of wives, but that doesn't stop him from being a regular customer at the bordello. But his life changed once forever he met the most beautiful woman he ever saw, Golden Lotus.
Take your stinky buns back and get out of here. Take your stinky buns back and get out of the street.
I'm playing the role of Wu Da. Wu Da is a humble bun peddler, and he drinks a lot of wine, more than he should actually. So he's also a very miserable man. He's always subjected to threats and ridicules by almost everyone in town. And a lot of that was due to jealousy, because he's married to the most beautiful woman in land, Golden Lotus. However, his fortune starts to turn around when he reunites with his long-lost brother Wu Song.
Fresh buns for sale! Fresh buns for sale! Red bean and pork and chicken too. 3 coppers for 1 or 5 for 3. Eat my tasty buns to be brawny like me.
I play the role of Madame Wang. She is the charming yet conniving madam of the bordello, where she loves to make her clients happy with her lovely selection of girls. But what she loves even more is the money she makes from servicing them. And one day, her favorite client, the rich playboy Ximen, asked her for a very special request.
Story can't be beat. If you say the word, I'll chase you off the street.
I play the role of the fruit peddler in Golden Lotus the musical. He's a streetwise youth who gets his nose into everything that happens in the town of Qinghe. And I think he's a really fun character to play because of that. He's someone that by nature has a character that really wants to find out everything that's happening, whether it's within his rights or not. And then with that character, he goes and finds out all these things, that he discovers all these things at Qinghe. And once he discovers it, he likes to share it with the townspeople. And I think that is an interesting way how he develops the story forward. And he really helps the main characters to develop, perhaps in ways that they wouldn't like to go forward. But I think that's the fun part of the character in developing the story into it, making it very interesting.
I play the role of the district intendant, which in today's world would be like the mayor of the town. But he's a corrupt mayor, and he's not adverse to taking bribes and helping his good friend Ximen get what he wants. The 3-week workshop was a big step in the development of the musical, where it was presented before an audience of American theater insiders and artists. The response to the musical in New York was exciting. There was a lot of buzz about the terrific new sound of the music, which combines Western pop rock with Chinese musical elements.
Captain Wu Song of the Qinghe Guard.
I'm Ping in Golden Lotus. She has a delicate personality. She is Ximen's 6th wife, and the relationship with Ximen is not just the sexual desire, but also she is the only one who truly in love with Ximen.
Love you very much. Every day of your life, you will see.
My goal in writing this musical was to share this wonderful classic Chinese story with not only the Chinese, but with people all around the world.